Good morning, my friends, and thank you for joining. There's a saying that you know your God is man-made when he hates the same people you do. In our teachings, we know that the deepest expression for our love of God is our love for our fellow man. In fact, it is impossible to love God if you don't love your fellow man. And this emphasis on the love of fellow man is expressed beautifully in the story about the giving of the Ten Commandments, which we're going to read about this Shabbat all around the world. In the giving of the Torah, we're told that there were 10 commandments. There were 2 tablets, 5 of the commandments written on one tablet, 5 commandments written on the other tablet. The first 5 commandments are generally the commandments between man and God. Belief in God, don't serve idols, and so on and so forth. The second set are between man and man, how we treat our fellow man. Do not kill, do not steal, and so on and so forth. Our tradition states that the letters took up the same amount of space on both stones, on both tablets. But when you look at the wording, you realize that there are a lot less words in the second 5 commandments. They're very short, do not kill, do not steal, and so on and so forth. The verbiage is much shorter. And if they took up the same amount of space, that means the font size, the letter size on the second 5 commandments were much larger than the font size on the first 5 commandments. And this tells us that when you looked at the 10 commandments, there was the small words and then there's the big words. The small words are between man and God. The big words are between man and his fellow man. How you treat your fellow man. It is as if God is telling us through the 10 commandments that the emphasis, the highlight, the big words, the words that are much larger, is the focus between man and man. And this is especially important in this year. We're told that this year, of course, is a year where the theme is Hakel, unity. It's all about coming together. It's a once in 7-year celebration of unity in the Jewish tradition. And so it is a reminder this week that relationships and our focus between one person and another person is the most and deepest expression of our love for God. Thank you for joining, and Shabbat Shalom.